Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. They've got Grant. And it's Yurtsevin in at the 5 down low. Here's Lucas. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Papagiannis. Latrey. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Osman. They set the screen. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
James, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's James. Pass to Kalathis. Here's Korkmaz. On the wing, Brown. From the arc. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 6.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Papagiannis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Osman. Puts up a deep 3. Kalathis grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Papagiannis passes to Kalathis. Here's Korkmaz. Clock at 6. Here's Papagiannis. From outside, off the mark.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Lucas. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Papagiannis. Pass to Brown. Here's Korkmaz. From downtown. Good on the triple. Korkmaz has got his second basket of the night.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Here's Lucas, and he makes good on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Brown. Athens getting their last shot to go. Here's the break. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Yurtsevin with the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's James. Hasn't made one yet. .59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the screen. Back to Osman. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Osman. From outside the arc. Second shot opportunity.
Substitution on the court.
And so here's the home team. 4-point game. Pass to Blossom game. Into the lane. But teardrop falls in.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 9.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Eunice, that's a screen for Diallo. He gets hauled in by Athens.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Athens shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
Number 40 at the line for 2.
Both shots good from the strike.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Stolen. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Athens leads by 7. And the second quarter will get underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Taking a look at Athens. None can't get it to fall. And here we go. Here's a Kobo. And it's off from three-point range. Nunn looking around with the drive, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Diallo has the open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Diallo's got his first 3 points of the game. Nunn against Diallo, and it's good for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nunn's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
Athens ball.
On Tuesday, then on Thursday. Here's Brown, still without a basket. Over to the wing. Diallo against Nunn. Petro, covered by Eunice. Petro. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. A 3-ball. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Athens.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting much closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Yep, that one goes in there. Diallo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish. Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
3-pointer, score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And doing a much better job from 3-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Now, here's Nunn. Defense right on him.
And this sort of awesome
awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 14.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Checking in.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Athens making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Diallo against Brown. That's it. And the Athens lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Diallo.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Oh! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Cornings, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. None against Diallo. There's the 3. Reese with the rebound. Diallo inside. Defended by none. That's it. And the Athens lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Diallo. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. And it's a completely new group for Athens. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. Ball's knocked loose. Right wing. Slukas passes to Osman to the right side. Fires from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Athens ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown, and it's Papagiannis in at the center, filling out the middle. Slukas, James covering. There's Slukas. Those three-pointers off the mark. And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Grant in at the shooting guard. Here's Papagiannis. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Papagiannis has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. And James picks up the foul.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Beyond the arc. A second chance effort.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Here's Osman. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
It's stolen, and there's the call on Jetty Osman. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Papagiannis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle. And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much. Whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half court, you got to do it as a unit.
Papagiannis. First personal foul, second team foul.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Osman. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lucas driving to the basket. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
And now Athens on the break. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Drills the three-pointer. And Athens leads by 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Papagiannis.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. It's deflected and stolen by James. Papagiannis can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
1:25 left in the third quarter. From deep, James. It's hauled in by Athens. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Lucas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Yurtsevin.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
From deep, James. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The 3. Athens moving the ball around. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out to the right wing. Here's Papagiannis. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Grant. Scoreless thus far. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the dunk by Grant.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And so it's Athens in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Awesome game out there at Court East. And it's a Kobo in at the point. That's it. And the Athens lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Diallo. Grant goes in, and the dunk by Grant.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And the dunk by Grant.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
Here's Blasingame driving inside. Akobo, the pass to Diallo. Just 5 to shoot. Hands it from downtown. Diallo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Grant kicks to Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. All right, we'll take a look now on how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Athens.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
James checked in for Cornish.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And here's James outside. It's good from long range.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Puts up a deep 3, and it's a Kobo missing.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Nunn. Banked in off the glass. Nunn's got the lead up to 11 now for Athens.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Off target from outside. Here's Diallo. Traps in the tray. Diallo's got 9 points here in the second half.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Grant outside. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. And Athens leads by 11.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Athens. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And a wide open look for James. No good from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Brown outside. Athens moving the ball around. Tipped away. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Diallo with it. Shoots over Brown. Diallo no good. And now Athens on the break. And that one's good. Osman. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
Now, here's Nunn. Fires from way outside. So it's Athens winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a run.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Korkmaz. Lets it fly. Misses off the left iron. They're running from deep three-point range. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. Pass to Korkmaz. From deep. Connects from downtown.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Fournier. There's a screen. Driving inside, and he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is James. And he hits the jump shot. Here's Papanikolaou. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Vezenkov. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three ball to go.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
James passes to Brown. From the arc. James can't get it to go. Here's Fall. Fournier for three. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
pure from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
There's a screen. Pass to Vezenkov. Over to the left wing. There's the three. Counted from distance. Vezenkov's got 6 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here is James. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And there's the drive, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Papanikolaou. And there's a pick. Pass to Vezenkov. And stolen by Brown. Here's the break. Here's Korkmaz. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Vezenkov. Hits the trifecta.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
1:07 left in the opening quarter. Here's Korkmaz to stop the run. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Korkmaz has gone 2 of 4 shooting. Now here's Fournier. Not a lot of room. And he jams it home with authority.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's Vezenkov. 9 points in the game. Buries it from 3.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Here's Korkmaz. Brown. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Pass to Fall. Tipped. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Up by 9. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
For the finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
There's a screen. No good on the triple. And here's the fast break. Here's Diallo. Soft touch off the glass. Diallo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Takes the three. The rebound by Diallo. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Launches a three. Akobo, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Evans, that's good.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he'd missed, coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Akobo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Now Diallo, 5 points in the game. 4-3, 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
To the wing on the left. Here's Dorsey. No made baskets yet. Inside. Diallo outside. Pass to Corley. Here's a Kobo. A deep 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. On the break. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Changing ends quickly. Scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think. And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
The 3, Diallo. And the three-pointer goes. Diallo's got 11 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by a Kobo. Evans has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to a Kobo. Three-pointer. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Peters. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Offensive board. Diallo outside. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. 14 points for him.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Dorsey. Nails it from 3.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Diallo outside. Here's a Kobo driving in. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Evans. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Knocks down the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Diallo's gone a phenomenal 5 of 5 from deep. Really in the zone right now. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Releases. Diallo, no good. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Evans. Three-pointer off the mark. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys. They're ready.
The final tally of votes soon to come. And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the home team. That's it for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. here is James. Still without a bucket. The three is up. And time for the power rankings. Latter half of February. Fascinating to see where teams stack up during this part of the season. They've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've surprised a lot of people this season. It's why this squad plays with such a chip on their shoulder and has proven many wrong.
Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Korkmaz on the way. Sinks the tray. Korkmaz has got 9.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Zinkov, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's running around the perimeter ready to fire. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Outside Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou from deep three-point land. No good. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Brown with a screen for the tie. The rebound by Vezenkov. They set a pick from outside the arc. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 18.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Knocks down the long J.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. James deciding where to go with it. Here's Kalathis. Drops in the layup for 2. Kalathis has got his first 2 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pass to Fall. On the take. Here's Vezenkov. And a miss there on the triple. From behind the arc. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Check by James. To the left side wing. Here's Vezenkov. 23 points in the game. Here's Fall. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Right wing. Pass to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fall, defended by Brown. Here's Vezenkov. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Vezenkov's got 26.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Back to James. The 3. Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Oh, wow. He's yet to score this quarter. And it's not for a lack of trying. They just need him to make something.
The shot by Fournier, no good. 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And James puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by James.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
And here's James, yet to see a basket. To the inside, looking to win the run, and Brown with the stuff.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to...
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Leading by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Peters. And a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. They set the pick for 3. Diallo drops in the 3. Diallo's got 20 points.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is. See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Over to the wing. Out to the right wing. Drives to the hoop, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
It'll be a turnover. Home team ball.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Matajunas. Pass to Akobo. For 3, Diallo. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming. And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Here's Matajunas. To tie it up. Drains the triple. And that'll tie this game up.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in 4th. Evans pass to Dorsey. From downtown, knocks it down from distance.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
To the paint. Stolen. In transition, here they come.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Corneille passes to Diallo. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here he goes. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
1:33 left in the 4th quarter here. 17-footer, and the jumper falls for him. Diallo's got 12 points here in the second half.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Back to James. Pass to Diallo. Fires from deep. The rebound by Vezenkov. .40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
James with the ball. Diallo on the wing. .19-footer. Money!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Evans. Can't get the three to fall. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. What a performance they have here at home today.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Pass to Vezenkov. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. He's guarded by Fournier. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
But we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Papanikolaou. Kept alive. Fall. The layup off target.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Vezenkov missing. Now Athens with it. Here's Osman. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Jacks up a 3. Pass to Vezenkov. It's Fournier on the wing for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Vezenkov's got 6.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
He's guarded by Fournier. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And so far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Vezenkov. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Driving in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Although Fournier is known primarily for his shooting, he's a team player who also looks to distribute to his teammates.
He's guarded by Fournier. Inside, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Papanikolaou not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
There's the pick. Fires for 3. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vezenkov. Nailed from three-point land. 11 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Pass to Osman. Athens moving the ball around. He's guarded by Fournier. Fires the three. Hits the three-point pop.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Fournier's got 6 points. Athens trails by 3. Shoots the three. And that one released in time, but no good. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Leading by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Dorsey passes to Peters. Offline with his three. And for Athens, here's none. And the rejection by Evans. Down low. It's stolen. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all we can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
None can't get it to fall. On the wing, Evans. There's a good screen. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Evans has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. None against Evans. Kicks it out to Grant. Back to Nunn. Lets it go with a three. They get it again. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. He's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Peters. It's hauled in by Athens.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
It's intercepted. All by himself. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Evans against Nunn. Here's the screen. Here's Grant. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Now Dorsey. No scoring in this one. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Grant outside. That's tipped. Pass to Peters. Launches a three. Nunn grabs the board. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Athens. Trailing by 5. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Dorsey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dorsey's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Nunn looking around. There's 1:17 left in the first half. 5 to shoot. And a big-time jam right there.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
From deep, Evans can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Grant outside. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Can't hit from in close. Here's Peters. Still yet to score. Evans outside. Shot from the top of the key. Count that bucket. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. Brown kicks to none. Here he goes. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there.
Sure. I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left in the first half. From deep, Evans. It's hauled in by Athens. From past the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game. This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score.
That'll do it for our show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Athens trails by 3, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall into the 5 spot. Connects from three-point range.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
The 3, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Fournier. Bucket is good. Fournier's got 8 points.
And hey, Fournier is not just an outside shooter. I mean, he can also get busy near the basket thanks to that quick release.
Started by Fournier. And there's the drive, and he gets the bucket. He's got 17.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Osman, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Trains the three-pointer.
Boy, Fournier is an excellent shooter from distance, and that really helps his team space the floor.
Pass to Osman. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Osman's got 4 points this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Vazenkov. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Now Athens with it. A 2-point game. For the lead. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Hernan Gomez covering, lays it up off the glass. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. For the three, another three for Athens.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Vizenko. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Athens. Hernan Gomez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's Lucas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Athens leads by 4.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offensive end.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Again, Athens.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
1:07 left to play in the third. And it's Vizenkov missing.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
He takes it in. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Papanikolaou. Bangs home the trifecta. Papanikolaou's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
He's guarded by Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From down in the low post, it goes. He's got 27.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Misses the 3. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Athens shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left in the third. Not this time. And so it's Athens with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one.
Number 77.
On Friday, then on Tuesday. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Athens?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And for Athens, we've got Brown, and it's Nunn in at the point guard position. 6 to shoot. And here's Evans outside to the wing right side. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one drops.
Line for the away team. Number 77. 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here is Athens now. 6-point lead. Grant the pass to Osman. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Nice shot by Evans.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
None against Evans. From about 16, and no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Basket counts. Evans has got 5 points in the quarter.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Yep, it counts.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And the wide open shot from Evans. Off target from three-point range. None with it.
Away team foul. Number 77. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Coming out of the floor for Athens. Number 40.
Brown kicks to none. Back to Brown. And that one is hammered home.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Evans outside, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Driving the lane, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's another one for the highlight reel. But isn't every one of this guy's dunks that way?
Highlight level, you're right. You know, there's going to be a little extra oomph on it when he's going to send one home. Always has been like that.
Yeah, his explosiveness is something to behold, guys.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Evans against none. A three-pointer, no good. Athens leading by 8. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Takes the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. 33 points for him.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Evans missing.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
6 on the shot clock. Fires away from way outside. Evans with the rebound.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. So it's Athens winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Osman. Shot clock at 6. There's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint, and that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Now, here is James. Count it.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Off the mark there with a 3. He's covered by your 7. Pass to Korkmaz. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. On offense, here is Athens. 4-point game. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
On target from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
This one for 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Halathis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
On offense, here is Athens. Trailing by 4. Fires the 3. James with the rebound. Pass to Korkmaz. Fires the 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Out left to the wing. Sinks it from distance.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Pulls up. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts. Here's Korkmaz. Puts up a 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
James outside. He's covered by your 7. Yep, that one goes. He's got 5. Athens trails by 5. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by Brown. Pulls it down low. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. It's 7 a screen.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. James outside. It's James on the wing. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range. James has got 5 now.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution. He didn't have his feet planted.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Right side, none. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Here's a Kobo. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now here's Nunn. He buries it from 3. Nunn's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Diallo on the wing. He's covered by Grant. Outside Nunn. Kick out to Brown. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Nunn. Releases. The rebound by Corneli. Nunn's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Diallo against Grant. Diallo no good. Athens trails by 7. Pass to Grant. It's stolen. And here they come. For 3, Diallo. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Now Nunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another miss by Athens. Nunn's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Diallo against Grant. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound to the left wing. And stolen by Brown. And they're running. Oh, Grant throws it down.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
For 3, Diallo. It's hauled in by Athens.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Now Graham for three. The rebound by Corneli. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And he drops a first.
Blossomgame taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Athens trails by 8. Outside none. Here's the pick. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Diallo against Grant. Launches it. Diallo, that one's good. Diallo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Nunn drives in. Banked it in off the glass.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Nunn's gone 50% from the field. 3 out of 6. For 3, Diallo. Count it. His 4th bucket in 8 shots.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Lets the 3 fly. It's not going to go for him. Athens trails by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Nunn. From deep three-point land. Missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest. Diallo outside. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Diallo's got 15 points. 5 ticks left in the second period. Up in time. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 11. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low. And that's something to watch.
All right, now, still. And that'll do it for us. Thanks.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. James outside. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 7.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And for Athens, stripped away. In transition, here they come. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
He takes it in, and it's James with the jam.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
There's the triple, and scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Here's the 3. Got a hand on it. Athens trails by 7. 3 on 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
He's covered by your 7. Here's Korkmaz. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen away. They set the pick. The 3. Here's your 7. And he throws it down with one hand.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Kalathis. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Kalathis has gotten his second bucket of the game. Here's Osman. Drills it from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to James. The rebound by Osman.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's 7 with the ball. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Korkmaz, good.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Jacks up a 3. The shot no good. To the middle. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
They set the screen. James passes to Korkmaz. Shot on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists in the game. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Driving to the basket. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Kick out to Brown. Back to Korkmaz. Two on the clock. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Up by 8. All right. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Nunn's getting it done with 5 of 9 shooting from the field. Diallo outside. There's the drive, and he dunks it down.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Covered by Diallo. And there's the screen. Launches a 3. Second chance shot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The first one falls. And Athens making a change here. Grant's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Diallo. Going inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. Osman into the lane. Yep, that one goes.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Matajunas. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Incredible! I mean, this is the NBA. The defense needs to be much better.
He doesn't slam it often, but the D can't take him lightly or he will.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
And he makes both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
For 3, Diallo. The rebound by Nunn.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 24.
That's his third triple of the night, his second since halftime.
Diallo gets the bucket. Athens trails by 5. Covered by Diallo. Puts up a 3. Can't hit that one. The 3 ball. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Covered by Diallo. Osman passes to Brown. Clock at 6. Back to Osman. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. Osman's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just a huge answer right there with a 3 of their own. And the crowd now is in a frenzy.
The 3. The Kobo gets the bucket.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Pass to Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Diallo. Takes it inside.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. On offense, here is Athens. Beyond the arc. That shot off the mark. James against Nunn. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Nunn.
Checking in for Athens. Grant.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And James gets it to go.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Osman. Out to the wing. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
And Athens making a change here. Dunn's checked in. That three's off the mark. Covered by Diallo. And stolen by Diallo. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And here's Grant from the arc. And another miss by Athens. And he gets it back. From deep. It's hauled in by Akobo. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one. And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was...
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Kalathis in at the 2. Gets it to go. That one good from Papagiannis.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Vezenkov. Buries the long-range jumper.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Going inside. Pass to Papanikolaou. Offensive rebound. This one for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
James covering. Dorsey down low. Here's Vezenkov. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Korkmaz. Jacks up a 3. Kicks it out to James. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to score.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Vezenkov. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you got to hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Papagiannis gets to Kalathis. Here's Papagiannis. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Puts up a 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Pass to Fall. Here's Vezenkov. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Vezenkov's got 8. They set the pick, and here's James outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Dorsey. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Papagiannis kicks to James. Pass to Papagiannis. Lets it go from deep. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Sinks the triple.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Here's Kalathis. He has yet to score. Here's Papagiannis. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's Kalathis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, and it's no good. Here's Vezenkov. Drills it from outside. 11 points in the game.
Well, he obviously came in ready to play, already hitting 4 of his first 5 shots.
On the wing, James. 6 points for him, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Here's Papanikolaou. There's a screen. Here's Vezenkov. No good with the triple. James right side. Nailed from three-point land. James has got 12 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Vazenkov. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Korkmaz. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Down out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. From deep, Evans. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Diallo against Fournier. A 3-ball. The shot misses. Takes the 3. Panathinaikos grabs the miss.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Panathinaikos, a screen on Fournier. Diallo, no good. Evans feeling it out a bit. Fires for 3. He's off on that one.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's a Kobo. Good on the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
There's the pick. Fournier for 3. Panathinaikos grabs the miss. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's a Kobo. No good on the 3. Here's Latino, and he jams it with authority.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Diallo. Still scoreless. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Diallo's gone 1 of 3 from deep tonight. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
When you look at this visiting team, they're really happy with the way they're playing. Definitely on the upswing. Everyone doing their part.
That bucket in no time at all. Diallo's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Pass to Okobo. For the 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And here's Evans outside. Connects from three-point range. Evans has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Shot good by Diallo.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And it's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession on Friday, then on Thursday. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Moniunas. Back to Diallo. There's the triple. Peters grabs the miss. Fournier against Diallo. Takes a three. Tries again. Here's Peters. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Milutinov.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And it's a Kobo missing.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Fournier pass to Evans. That three off the mark. Evans has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Second team foul.
.27 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Fournier. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. And the three ball is good. There's Diallo. 11 points in the game. Moniunas sets a screen for Diallo. Here's Corniche. 1 second left. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey, their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
And next up, here's a... And that's a halftime wrap.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Pass to Papagiannis. 5 to shoot. Here's Korkmaz. The three. No good that time. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Galathis in at the 2 spot. Buries it from 3-point range. Evans has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And here's James outside. Good. It's Galathis who picks up the assist.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Vezenkov. For 3. Galathis grabs the board. Got a piece of it. Here's Papanikolaou. Powered down with both hands.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
To the paint, here's James. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Vezenkov. They set the pick. Shoots over Brown. Right wing. Here's Vezenkov. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Korkmaz. James outside. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Clock at 6. Papianis kicks to James. Out to the wing. Here's Korkmaz, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Korkmaz has got 5.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here's Vazenkov. No good on the triple.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Papianis kicks to Brown. Here's Papianis. 8 points for him. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Papanikolaou. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Papanikolaou's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Here's Papianis. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 11.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to James. Fires the 3. No good. That's just his first miss in 7 shots. Fires the 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And he drives in. Papanikolaou, good.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Here's James. 17 points in the game. Brown wide open. He fired. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Dorsey. Hits it from three-point range. Dorsey's got 6.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. They set the pick. They get it back. From downtown, Akobo. That's good. Akobo's got his second basket.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Dorsey. Beyond the arc. Here's Fall. Nothing on the board. A three-pointer off the mark. Now Diallo. Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Blossingame. Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Akobo in at the 1. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And stolen by Fournier. Pass to Peters. Pulls up from the corner. Motiejunas grabs the miss. Motiejunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep. Peters grabs the miss. Peters has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the screen for 3. Fournier knocks down the 3-ball.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Diallo kicks to Monteunice. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Diallo with it from past the arc. And no good that time.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Away team foul. Monaco. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Number 9.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Boston game. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Papagiannis. From the arc. Peters grabs the miss. And here's Evans. The 3. Peters with the bucket.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Okobo, covered by Evans. Fires from deep. Okobo, that's good.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Pass to Papagiannis. Here's Corniche. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't go. Picked his pocket. Okobo, the pass to Corniche. Launches from deep. Fournier pulls it down. Corniche has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. The tray. And Evan Fournier with the 3.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Here's Corniche. Six to shoot. That's to Diallo. From deep 3-point land. Offensive rebound. Here's Corniche. Here's the 3. Over to the wing. From deep 3-point land. That shot no good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. On offense, here is Athens. Fournier covering. Takes the three. Knocks down the long J.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Shots blocked. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fournier, right wing. 4-3. Nails it from three.
No fear in Evan Fournier pulling the trigger from outside the arc. That range, impressive.
From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Fall. Fournier up top. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team
Man,
foul.
good whistle there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pure from three-point range.
Evan Fournier has proven over and over, you better get a hand up and contest from 3 or he will make you pay.
Fournier covering. Soft touch off the glass. 7 points in the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's both from the stripe. Fournier covering. Going inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Fournier. Give him 8. Hits the trifecta. Fournier's got 11 points.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
And there's a pick. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Vasenkov. Three-pointer off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Sends it home from three-point land.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Osman on the wing. Beyond the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Fournier for 3. Offensive rebound. 1:36 left in the first. Deflected. The ball's knocked loose. The 3 is up. And again, it's Athens with a 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Athens.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
1:03 left in the first. Down low. Here's your 7. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Fournier covering. Your 7 a screen. Six to shoot. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
The shot by Vasenkov, no good.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning.
They get it again.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Here's Papanikolaou. No points yet. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. It's Athens leading. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Athens here in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So on the floor for Athens. The shot by Evans, no good. Athens leading by 7. Hey, here's none for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Home team foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Athens with it. Grant outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Grant's got 5 now.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Peters, and that one is hammered home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Snatched up. There's the steal. And they're on the break. And here's Grant from the arc. Drains the triple. And now it's a 10-point Athens lead.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's the three. And he dunks it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Dorsey sinks the tray. Dorsey's got 6 points.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
They set the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside none. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Almost converts despite the contact.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Good on both. 1:52 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Evans. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant. All right, a chance to check out the upcoming schedule for Athens. On Wednesday, then on Friday. .144 left in the first half. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Athens. Jacks up a 3. He can't hit that time.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Fires from deep. The shot by Evans, no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
None. The pass to Grant. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the half. Here's Evans. No good from outside.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the triple. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Dorsey. He's got 6. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside none. On the wing, Grant. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no doubt.
Launches it. That shot missing. Here's Dorsey. Oh, and he just knocks down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Athens finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days.
Okay, and now moving on. And that's it for half.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Athens leading by 8. Fournier covering. Takes a three. That one no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
And for Athens,
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
here's Vasenkov. That three's off the mark.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Osman's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Knocks it down from distance.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
From deep. That shot off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And the three off target.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Papanikolaou. Gets the three to fall. Athens leading by 5. Fournier covering. Let's go with a three. Unable to get that one.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Pass to fall. Here's Papanikolaou. From the arc. Sinks it from distance. He has 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Fournier covering. On target from range.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
From deep three-point land. Here's Papanikolaou. He has 6. Here's Vasenkov. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Fournier covering. Here's 7, a screen on Fournier. Off target from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
For 3, drills it from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Fournier covering. second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the shot goes in.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's Papanikolaou. 9 points in the game. Offline with a 3. Athens leading by 6. Here's Osman. Drops in the 3. Osman's got 8 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times or he will bury you.
Oh, got that one up quick.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
51 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Hits the three-pointer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Osman. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one. Fournier for 3. They get the rebound. Out left to the wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
I got yours. I got yours.
The 3. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 9. And so it's Athens going into the break up 12. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And for Athens, from downtown, it doesn't go for him. And they're running.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Pass to Osman. Brown with a screen. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Launches a 3. That one is off. Athens leading by 10. Outside none. The 3 ball. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Nunn. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter. Brown's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Evans. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Osman. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact. This time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone. You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
The 3 is up.
First personal foul. Checking in for Athens. Number 40.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Evans. Three-pointer, no good. Athens leading by 10. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Lets the three fly. Peters, no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Fires for three. Buries it from three. He's got 22.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. And again, it's Athens with a three.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The shot by Evans, no good.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
1:04 left to play in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Looking to close things out, that might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Puts up a three. Gets the three ball to go. There's 37 seconds left in the final quarter. .23 seconds left in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Athens winning this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was